Number 10. Sea snakes. Between 30 to 50 species of snakes of the family Elapidae are adapted for marine life. Save a couple of specific subfamilies, these snakes are all venomous and are unable to move on land. They are found in warm coastal waters from the Indian Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. Among all existing families and subfamilies of snakes, sea snakes are some of the most venomous. Given the large number of species that make up the sea snake family, these serpents come in a variety of shapes and sizes. However, in general, they have compressed bodies similar to eels and paddle-like tails, which help them to swim. Unlike fish, they lack gills. As such, they have to resurface now and then to breathe air. They grow between 4 to 5 feet in length and have unique sensory abilities that help them hunt in water. What makes them dangerous is their venom, which can cause serious symptoms that result in death. In spite of this, not all of them are aggressive and tend to stay away unless provoked. They usually eat small fishes and tiny octopuses. However, they often mistake divers for mating partners, leading to grisly encounters that may escalate into snake attacks. In fact, Harry Evans, a fisherman in Australia, was bitten and killed by a sea snake on one of his expeditions. He was originally from the UK and had moved to Australia to live his dream as a trawler fisherman. By the time emergency services got to him, it was too late, and the snake had gotten away. Number 9. Polar bears. Seeing polar bears on this list might cause you to raise an eyebrow. We all know them to be land mammals. However, these creatures spend most of their lives at sea. They are incredibly strong swimmers and have been spotted hundreds of miles away from land. They have been labeled by scientists as hypercarnivores, having a strong preference for meat. Polar bears commonly live within the Arctic Circle, including the Arctic Ocean and the surrounding landmasses. They have evolved specific features to help them survive within extremely cold habitats. Adult male polar bears typically weigh 770 pounds to 1,500 pounds. They also stand as high as 7 to 10 feet tall. Females are typically half the size of males. Just about everything makes these creatures dangerous, ranging from their large size to clawed hands, to their powerful bite, to their speed. They can run 25 miles per hour, although they are faster in water. They also tend to eat seals and fish, meaning that they hunt in water, meaning that they might run into any unsuspecting human divers. In fact, in Snairal, Canada, 3 people were attacked by a polar bear. They managed to kill the bear, but sustained heavy injuries themselves. It took a while for emergency services to arrive at the small town, after which the victims were transported to other health centers for greater medical care. Number 8. Cone snail. Cone snails are a large group of extremely venomous predatory sea snails. Their venomous sting occurs without warning and can be quite fatal to humans. They use a hypodermic needle-like modified radula tooth and a venom gland to attack and paralyze their prey before engulfing it. The tooth, which is sometimes likened to a dart or a harpoon, is barbed and can be extended some distance out from the head of the snail at the end of the proboscis. There are over 900 species of cone snails, and most of them can be found in tropical zones. Their shells come in many different patterns and colors and are sometimes turned into jewelry. They can grow as large as 9 inches, and their bites can cause varying effects ranging from local inflammation to death. A teenager named Jono from Queensland, Australia, nearly died after picking up a cone snail. He was on the hunt for textile shells and thought he had found one which was empty. Fortunately for him, he realized his mistake before the snail struck. He turned the experience into a warning video for others, which has been viewed 17 million times so far. Number 7. Stingray. Stingrays are cartilaginous fish that are related to sharks. Just like their biological cousins, they are some of the most dangerous ocean predators. They can usually be found within tropical and subtropical waters all around the world. Their populations are dwindling, leading them to gain an endangered classification. Stingrays are flat, with diamond-shaped bodies and indistinct heads. Male stingrays are about 2 to 3 feet across, while female stingrays can grow as large as 4 feet. Stingrays are typically non-aggressive and tend to attack only when they are attacked. Because of how flat they tend to get stepped on, which is what causes a lot of human stingray injuries. Stingray stings are typically non-fatal. However, this depends on the area of the body in which the sting penetrates. Perhaps the most famous case of a stingray attack involves the wildlife expert Steve Irwin. The stinger penetrated his death and thoracic wall, causing massive trauma. The entire thing was caught on camera, terrifying fans, the media, governments, and wildlife organizations. Number 6. Electric eel. Despite its name, the electric eel isn't actually a true biological eel. Instead, they are fish that belong to a genus known as Electrophorus and are known for their ability to stun their prey using electricity. The electric eel is slender in shape, although they are wider and flatter than snakes. Within, they have 3 different organs which allow them to generate an electric current. These organs are made up of electrolytes, which allows them to generate low voltages or high voltages. They are also air breathers. They eat amphibians, fishes, and crustaceans. In 2016, a Brazilian fisherman waded into a swamp in order to find an electric eel. Sure enough, the creature made an appearance and proceeded to attack the fisherman. However, the fisherman was merely using himself as bait. Once the eel showed up, he managed to kill it before it could deliver a heart-stopping blow to him. Number 5. Blue-ringed octopus. Only 4 species of blue-ringed octopus exist. However, they are all very venomous. They are found in tide pools and coral reefs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, from Japan to Australia. They have a distinct physical appearance, consisting of yellow skin covered in blue rings. Their diet typically includes crustaceans, ranging from small crabs to shrimp to hermit crabs. Blue-ringed octopus are tiny, ranging from 5 to 8 inches in size. They can change shape and color pretty easily, allowing them to hunt or hide as the need arises. They produce a powerful venom known as tetrodotoxin, which can cause a variety of symptoms before resulting in death. They tend to stay calm in human hands unless they are mishandled. A man by the name of Lance Carlson was attacked by an octopus at the beach in Western Australia. The octopus stung him, causing him to develop rashes all over his neck. Luckily, he was able to obtain medical attention before anything serious happened to him. Number 4. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are some of the most poisonous vertebrates in the world. Like the blue-ringed octopus, their skin tissues also contain tetrodotoxins. They grow as large as 20 inches and are typically found in the tropics. Even so, there have been rare sightings of them within temperate zones. Although they have been known to enter freshwater, they usually stick to brackish and marine waters. Because of the pufferfish's shape and size, it moves rather slowly through the water. However, they have a lot of defense mechanisms to protect them from predators. This is part of what makes them so dangerous. The other part is that they are considered a food delicacy and are relentlessly hunted to that end. In the Philippines, 3 people died after eating a pufferfish. 4 others were sent to the hospital with severe illness. The tetrodotoxin can cause all types of symptoms, ranging from blurred vision, stomach pain, shock, heart palpitations, and vomiting. It takes an expert chef to know how best to prepare the fish for consumption. Number 3. Box jellyfish. Box jellyfish are beautiful invertebrates, which can produce potent venom delivered through their tentacles. Their stings can kill sea creatures and humans as well, causing massive pain before their victim's final breath. They are quite fast, capable of moving as fast as 20 feet per minute. Their heads can also grow as large as 8 inches, with their tentacles extending beyond that, reaching 10 feet in length. Box jellyfish are commonly regarded as the most dangerous sea creature. Since Australia began keeping records of these creatures in the 1800s, 79 fatalities have been recorded. The most recent fatality was the death of a 17-year-old boy occurring in February of 2021. It took an entire week for him to die. during which he was plagued by severe pain, fever, nausea and vomiting, and blurred vision. Stings from box jellyfish lock the heart and prevent it from beating. It is the only thing in nature which kills this way. Number 2. Fire coral. Despite the name and appearance of these creatures, they aren't actually sea coral. Instead, they are a species of hydra that has the appearance of seaweed. Because they look so much like coral, divers are usually deceived into thinking they are. They can induce a serious sting when touched. Upon contact, an intense pain can be felt that can last from 2 days to 2 weeks. Fire corals contain very tiny tentacles, as well as a calcified external skeleton that can scrape the skin. Fire corals are typically encountered off the Florida coast, in the Caribbean reefs, and across the Bermuda platform. They are sessile creatures that can attach to rocks, coral, seaweed, or pilings. Divers are often warned about their appearance and their dangers. First aid treatment involves the application of seawater and vinegar. Number 1. Great white sharks. The great white shark, also called the white pointer, is a creature whose reputation precedes it. In terms of geographical distribution, the great white shark can be found in almost all coastal and offshore waters which have water temperatures between 12 and 24 Celsius. However, there are heavy concentrations of this shark around the waters of the United States, South Africa, Japan, Oceania, Chile, and the Mediterranean Sea. The great white shark has a physically imposing appearance. Over the years, the average size has gone down, although it is still large enough to inspire fear. It has an average size of 11 to 13 feet long, although females are larger. It also has a weight ranging from 1,151 pounds to 1,700 pounds. It also possesses countershading, which allows it to hunt from above and below with ease. It is an apex character in every sense of the word. A man in his late 20s was fatally mauled by one of these sharks off the coast of Emerald Beach, Australia. As the creatures tore his arm off, he yelled out to witnesses for help. Unfortunately, help arrived for him too late. He suffered significant injuries to his back and arm. Would you rather cage dive with great white sharks or go on an expedition to see wild polar bears?